Have you ever felt your spark completely vanish? Like the unstoppable, high-energy person you used to be has been replaced by a heavy, exhausted stranger? Have you looked at your life and felt entirely stuck while the rest of the world races ahead? If that hits home, stop everything and listen closely. This isn't a story about a bird. This is the story of every person who feels broken, ignored, and left behind, and exactly how one moment can awaken your hidden power. High in the jagged peaks of a misty mountain range, a flock of falcons ruled the sky. They were apex predators, celebrated for one thing: terrifying high-speed dives. In this flock, speed wasn't just a trait. It was survival. It was respect. If you were fast, you were royalty. If you were slow, you didn't exist. Among them lived Aquila. Years ago, he was the pride of the peaks. Then, a brutal winter storm smashed him into the rocks. His right wing shattered. While the bones eventually knit back together, a paralyzing fear of falling settled deep into his chest. His physical wounds healed, but his mind stayed broken as the younger falcons sliced through the clouds. Aquila remained grounded on the lowest rotting branch of an old pine tree. He watched them soar, his chest aching with a silent, bitter grief. Soon the flock abandoned him. The whispers started. They called him washed up, a ghost. Younger, faster birds mocked him as he clumsily hopped from twig to twig. Aquila couldn't speak human words, but he read the pity and contempt in their eyes perfectly. The constant judgment sank like venom into his spirit. He believed their lies. He accepted his role as a failure. At the base of the cliff lived Cedric, an old, weathered caretaker surviving in a battered wooden cabin. Cedric carried his own deep physical and emotional scars. One morning, he spotted Aquila. He saw the bowed head, the drooping wings, the absolute defeat. He recognized that posture instantly. It was the stance of someone who had given up the fight. Cedric didn't force Aquila to fly. He didn't push him off the ledge. Instead, every morning, Cedric walked to the tree and placed food on a rock, moving it just a few inches higher each day. When Aquila panicked, Cedric would stand back, smile, and speak softly. "The wind hasn't forgotten you, Aquila. Stop rushing. Your strength is different. You are just waiting for the right storm." Cedric completely ignored speed training. Instead, he forced Aquila to build brutal, slow endurance. He made him grip branches during violent gales, balance his weight against erratic thermal currents, and endure freezing rain without flinching. Weeks bled into months. Quietly and visibly, Aquila's grip became iron. His breathing became a weapon. Summer brought an unforgiving, blistering drought. Without warning, a massive wildfire erupted on the valley floor. Choking, pitch-black smoke exploded into the sky, instantly swallowing the afternoon light. The air became a furnace. Terrified by the roaring flames, the young falcons panicked. They launched into their signature high-speed dives to escape, but the dense smoke blinded them. The chaotic, superheated air currents threw them violently out of control. They had speed, but zero endurance. Within minutes, they burned out, crashing onto jagged rock ledges, trapped and suffocating in the dark. From his branch, Aquila watched the horror unfold. Panic clawed at his chest. His instincts screamed at him to hide. Then, the smoke cleared for a split second, revealing Cedric's cabin. flames surrounded it. The old man was trapped. In that precise second, the fear died. Aquila realized he didn't need speed. He snapped his massive wings open, ignored the blinding flash of pain in his old injury, and dove headfirst into the black abyss. While the flock suffocated in the turbulent air, Aquila executed Cedric's training perfectly. He didn't fight the chaos. He absorbed it. Using deep, powerful, deliberate wing beats, he sliced through the blinding smoke. He navigated the darkness effortlessly. Piercing the roar of the fire with a sharp cry, Aquila rallied the trapped, suffocating falcons. He lined them up and guided them through the single safe thermal current left in the canyon, leading them straight to the safety of the highest peak. Without losing momentum, Aquila inverted and dove back into the heat. He circled Cedric's burning cabin, screeching violently. Miles away, a rescue team caught the unnatural sound, tracked the bird's location, and pulled the old caretaker from the flames just before the roof collapsed. When the smoke finally cleared, the mountains fell dead silent. The young falcon stared at Aquila in absolute awe. He wasn't the prettiest. He wasn't the fastest in a clear sky. But he was the only one brave enough, heavy enough, and strong enough to conquer the dark. Aquila's victory proved one thing: your past pain and your years of isolation aren't weaknesses. They are a brutal training ground, preparing you to handle the exact storms that destroy everyone else. If you are stuck on a lower branch today while everyone else flies past you, do not break. You are not a failure. You are building the iron grip, the deep endurance, and the raw power required to survive the dark. Trust your timing. Stand your ground. Your storm is coming,